Hello, sorry for the technical difficulty. I don't know what's going on, but now it seems like the volume is working. So, hello. I'll wait till a few of you guys jump on. Sorry about that. But welcome to day 12 of 12 Days of Consciousness, and I am so excited. Um, Today, I'm going to be going over some deep lessons with you guys. I hope you can hear me just because I am using my laptop audio. I'm not trusting my little cord here for my speaker. I think I need to get a new one because it's cutting out and that's just not going to go. Hey, Janet. So let me know where you guys are listening. Hello. Welcome to the fan, the real Alicia. Hello. Hey, Keisha. Awesome. Great. Yeah. Gotta love technology. So I am so excited. I'm going to repeat everything because I was like, man, I thought you guys could hear me, but you couldn't. But now you can. And that's great. So today we're going to be going over a really exciting space. And specifically, we're going to be talking about how to let go of old cycles and take the leap. This is something that has been coming up a lot with a lot of my clients, and I've been noticing it's such a big medicine and lesson here. So I'm really looking forward to tuning in. I'm just making sure my notes are here for you guys so I can channel through. But I'm really looking forward to honoring, holding space, sharing so much medicine with you, and how to let go of cycles. I do believe that cycles are such an opportunity of growth. And if we don't know what to do with it, it can be really hard to tune into that. So hello, Emily's. Yeah, it's working now. Finally. So great. Um, so yeah, it's so weird. It's nighttime. The vibe is different. I find when I do lives at night, I channel more. So there's so much. Hey, Mariah. There's so much that comes through, which I can't wait to shift with you guys. So I really want to honor the space of we're going to go over the cycles, but I want to start off by just sharing with you guys. If this is your first time, I'm Shika. It's your first time live with me, let me know. And I'm a conscious mentor, and my intention with these 12 days of consciousness is to bring in deep downloads of medicine that you can really honor for the end of the year. And so far, the 60s have been very transformative. There's been so much medicine that's coming in. I hope you guys can all see me and hear me because I can't really see if there's people on, but there are. I'm just going to trust the universe. But yeah, I just want to share that there's just so much coming through. And one day I was like, it just birthed in this huge awakening of downloads for 48 hours straight. And I'm so happy I'm here with you guys. So let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're live, if you are live, you are going to get a lot of benefit from this because there's more of a vortex. Also, if you're live, everyone who's live in the chat, I'm adding you to a giveaway to win the Conscious Shadow Rebirth program that I will be offering, as well as having a session with me in January. So I'll be doing that on the last day, which is fantastic and super exciting. And for those who are already with me, you will just get that month for free, which is great. Dallas, that's awesome. That's amazing. I love it. So yeah, there's just so much energy that I can't wait to share with you guys. So let's talk about cycles. What are cycles? Cycles are when things and parts of ourselves come into fruition over and over and over and over and over again. Cycles can embark so much lessons, medicine within ourselves. And I find when people are doing their shadow work, if they share that this is something that they've healed before, why is this coming up? Chica, like, I don't understand. Why is this coming up in my life right now? It's a cycle. It's teaching you something that you're ready to embark right now. And as much as it's hard for us to tune into that and to surrender to it, if you know more about why the cycle's coming in, it can be a little bit more open to doing the shadow work and healing. And I can see a lot more changes in people when they know what the purpose of cycles are in our healing. So just to clarify, a cycle can be something that, like, for example, a lesson from a past relationship or being attracted to certain friendships or relationships that are similar from your past. A cycle could be an emotion that comes through the body, and it's just this feeling that it comes from a certain experience, a wound that comes through. A cycle can be a habit that is used for disassociation of something that is trying to heal. And sometimes people might or might not be in the space where they can take that. But all in all, remember that it's free will when we're doing this medicine. It's free will when we're doing this healing. It's up to you to decide to do this big work, which is crucial. So, hey, Mercedes. Hello, Apisha. So, yeah, I think that's super important. So, allowing ourselves to embrace the parts of us that are still being called to come home. That is huge. That's really what this medicine's about. I want you to think about what parts of you right now, as I'm speaking about this, and obviously you're here for a reason, is wanting to come home to itself. And you can share in the comments if you feel called to. What part of you is yearning to come home to itself? Tune into that, because there's so much medicine there. And we're going to go deep. If you're like in this space where you're like, I don't know, or it just resonates and I don't know why, or, I'm kind of nervous to tune into that. I'm sure throughout there will be something I will say that will connect with you deeper. So I want to bring you to close down your eyes, and we're going to just take some time to tune into our body before we get into this. So closing down your eyes, we're just going to take a deep breath into our body, deeper than we've had all day. A deep breath in. Sounding and exhaling out. Deep breath in. Sounding and exhaling out. And as you breathe in through the nose, expanding the belly, and just relaxing it when you exhale, letting it go. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Deep breath in. Let it go. And I just want you to continue to take a deep breath in through the nose and sounding and exhaling out through the mouth. Taking another deep breath in through the nose and sounding and exhaling out. Just relaxing the body, focusing on the breath. Allowing your inhales to be deeper and slower with every inhale, and allowing your exhales to be slow and just letting it go from the body. Beautiful. And I want you to continue to breathe in through the nose and sounding and exhaling out through the mouth. And I want you to picture yourself. There's a mirror on a wall from a distance. A beautiful mirror with golden trims around it. It looks like an antique mirror. You can't see yourself, but you can see it. You can see it's a mirror from a distance. And today I'm going to call in your soul to show you what cycles are being mirrored back to you in your life right now. What cycles are in your life right now to teach you something deeper. And starting to slowly walk towards the mirror. And as you do, allowing yourself to come deeper into this restful breath. Feeling how your energy feels as you walk towards this mirror, taking a step slowly towards it. And when you get to the mirror, I want you to look, slowly raising your head up, looking into the mirror and seeing what your soul is showing you through these cycles. What do you see in your eyes? What do you see that is here? What are the patterns that are held within the body in this current present moment? I just want you to breathe into whatever is here, allowing it to be safe, to be released, to be safe to be witnessed, to be safe to be seen. And knowing that these cycles are our medicine if we choose to. And there's so much power here. And everything that is here of what your soul is showing you in this mirror is meant to create this push that you need in the right direction, even if it doesn't make sense. I just want you to continue to breathe. As you look and connect with your eyes in the mirror of yourself, these cycles, I want you to say out loud, thank you for this medicine. Thank you for this truth. I am ready to take this leap. I am ready to embrace the unknown. And it is so, it is done. Take a deep breath into your body, noticing what has shifted, what you feel, if there's any tension, any pressure, anything that has come up for you here. Taking a deep breath with yourself here, taking a deep, deep breath into the body. Sounding and exhaling. And as you turn around, walking back to your space, away from the mirror. And when I count down from 10 to 1, opening your eyes back into the space at 1, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, opening your eyes. I'd love for you to share what you saw in your mirror, what truths are in your cycle, what is here for you to honor and hold space if you feel called to. I'm just going to crack my back. Oh, that was a good one. So yeah, let me know what is coming through for you. What cycles did you see in that mirror? What parts of yourself did you see that was coming through? There's so much of ourselves that we don't want to witness because it's uncomfortable. And I'm repeating myself because I feel like I share this so much this week already, and there's more to come. But just knowing that there's so much medicine there. Like if you are able to embrace this cycle and allow yourself to be held, what power would you receive in return? So much. And before we get started, it is important for you to look at that cycle in your eyes, look at yourself and that part of you that you have been trying to cover up or trying to run away with or from, and step into its power fully, even if it doesn't feel powerful to begin, but understanding why. What is it teaching me here? Janet shared abandonment. I'm feeling you. I hear you with everything you're sharing here. Fully see you with the abandonment. I think that is a huge one. How can I tune into that? Is there anything else people are sharing? Crying and sadness, a release of grief. There is grief there. There's loneliness. Have you listened to your body whispering into that? Your heart whispering into that? I know this is deep. I feel like I've been pulling out all the truths today. I'm in this vortex of medicine, of truth to hold space for everyone. My tendency to feel like I have to overexert myself in giving others and then end up feeling exhausted and in a state of self-pity. So looking at that, feeling into that, feeling the pity, feeling the amount of energy you give to people for validation. Yes, I started tearing up. It's a good release. Beautiful. Amazing. So I want you to take this medicine that I have helped you unlock, that you have unlocked, really. I've just guided you. And I want you to take it into the 5 parts of letting go of cycles, the 5 downloads that I will be sharing in this channel for you. Okay. Notice how your body feels when it's taking this medicine. Notice what is going through the body as we move through this truth. Listen to your body. Remember, the body whispers before it screams. Listening to the whispers to feel worthy and loving myself. Yes, I hear you beautifully. So the first step of how to let go of these cycles is to take accountability that you were not in a place to see the truth and heal. What you saw in the mirror, what is going to come up through this whole conversation we're having together, you are at a different frequency right now. There's a reason why you are doing these 12 days of consciousness. It's because where you were before was not able to receive what you have now. And there is no reason you should judge yourself that this cycle has come up again, because this is the first time of you processing it in this light, in this perspective, because you're at a space where you can forgive yourself even deeper from this experience. We are consciously changing. Our consciousness and our cycles are changing. And with that requires our soul lessons, which I talk about quite a bit in many of my videos about Chiron, which is in the birth chart. My focus isn't always astrology, but I like to share it because it resonates with a lot of people. And your Chiron is your soul lessons, and really where mainly all of your soul wounds are, where you can grow from. And it's a great area to understand. So if your Chiron's in Virgo, you can look that up and tune into that. So when we look at that from a space of cycles, cycles come in our life to deepen our lessons that were already there for more open space. We cannot gather new energy and new habits and new cycles if we have an old cycle that is looping in the space. So again, if, for example, you have an ex that comes up, this is coming up because it's coming up in my conversation, an ex, a friendship, something comes up into your life. It's an old relationship, let's just say that. And the person comes up again, or their birthday comes up, or, you bump into them, or you see them, or they're in the same group of something that you go to an event, especially right now with social events. Ask yourself what is being triggered, and what's being triggered. Would I be able to heal it a year ago? Would I be able to heal it months ago? Probably not. Because in this present moment, my alignment and energy is a certain frequency that it is attracting something. It's attracting this lesson for me. Not for anyone else, for me. And the more I run away from this cycle, the more it comes up. But the gift of this cycle coming up and coming into my consciousness is the gift to let go of the wounds of the subconscious mind and the subconscious emotional energetics. So know that now this is a celebration to create more space in a lesson and in a boundary that you weren't able to sustain before. Simple. Let's take it a little bit deeper. Hello, hello. Feeling a mixture of sadness and calmness. Yes. And remember what I mentioned with shadow work, it is okay to feel sad and happy at the same time. We need to stop feeling that we can never be sad or we can never be angry, and instead embrace it, because when we're doing that, we're judging ourselves. We're creating a limitation on our emotions of safeness, and that's not fair. We're taught since we're young to react a certain way when we're happy, to react a certain way for sadness, out of the reflection of our parents, our guardians. And now you're going to these deep cores of essences of yourself, learning about why these cycles occurred based on the way that our body and our soul is meant to heal at the time that it's meant to heal. Okay, so this is one of the biggest lessons of how to let go of cycles. The second part is taking accountability that you are avoiding the truth. There is bypass, disassociation, blaming that does occur. And I do see this a lot sometimes when I do shadow work. I think a lot of people, I get messages all the time, Shika, how do I be a healer? Or I'm, working with people to be in my rebirth mentorship, which this program is specifically for the space holder. That's something that you're interested in and you feel called to, you can apply down below. But I'm always tell people it's not your average type of program, because I am sharing with you the same essence and energy I share here, which is to love you in a loving way, in the most deep, unconditional way, but it's also to teach you and tell you if you are avoiding a truth to hide your ego and a wound that your ego is feeding off of. Yeah, it's super intense. I'm telling you, the vortex I'm kind of connected to is so deep. I'm like, where do I put this energy? I need to share it with you guys. So I feel you 100%. So, where do we hold ourselves accountable? Where do you hold the space of truth? Why are you avoiding the truth? Is there a trigger that is making you feel like, oh, I'm going to be in this pain again? And that's okay. I am holding you with that. That is okay. And sometimes the truth could be we want validation from other people. That's how we're avoiding it. So we seek out to for people to tell us we're doing a great job, for people to say that we're doing well, for people to say, like, oh, I really appreciate you, and always giving your energy to others, the amount of energy that you would wish to get received by others yourself. It's always a mirror. Another way is rather stay in comfort than embrace the inevitable discomfort. This is a huge thing. This is literally where this whole 12 days of consciousness got birthed. How do we embrace discomfort? I'll give you an example, okay? If you have a job that you love, and there's one person who has a lovely job, and there's another person who's a millionaire, right? They both have spaces where there's so much energy that's coming into there, and there's so much discomfort because the person who's struggling is the discomfort of abundance, and the person who's a millionaire has a discomfort of happiness and not having the time. So the only difference between our opportunities and our choices is the change and the ability for us to embrace that discomfort. So regardless of what your ideal space is of where you're going, even when we get there, we are in discomfort because consciousness is inevitable. It's continuous. It's, you know, life continued to life. Like, it doesn't end, right? And that is where I see a lot of people not explaining discomfort properly. They share it in a way that it's like, oh, discomfort's supposed to be you're going through something bad. Not all the time. Discomfort can be you creating a dream business or becoming a space holder and moving through your own shadows. Discomfort can be, deciding to go to therapy and talking about your past. And through that, you're able to have space to have someone who loves you and to love yourself first. So we need to change the rhetoric of discomfort. It is everywhere. It just means it's in different areas of our life. But when we have discomfort and we're in an aligned space, that is okay. We need to start normalizing that. And I think that's one of the reasons why I became a shadow worker and I share in this light is because I see a lot of people sharing love and light and positivity and like making this, but no one talks about the inevitable of discomfort. So we can either sit and be in these cycles and decide that, we're uncomfortable and we're not happy here, or we can sit and try to do something about it and still be discomfortable, but also fully surrendering to the unknown, because even in the unknown, there's more discomfort that comes up to help us transform. And the download that I received when I connect with this is nothing is comfortable, nothing, but everything can be in the truthful and aligned. So even when you are uncomfortable, if you are 100% aligned, that's amazing. If there's an artist that loves what they do and they live in New York and they have so much passion for what they do, right? They might work 4 jobs, but they know that everything they do is aligned. They love being a barista in the day, they love doing some shows in the night, and they love doing art on the weekends and doing during the day. As long as it's your sole purpose, it's aligned, it works. When I was working 3, 4 jobs doing graveyard shop, graveyard shifts, I remember I was super, super like exhausted at some points, but that was the discomfort I had. But when I brought myself back to that, I was so happy because I knew what I was working towards. I was working towards creating a business. I was working towards being able to have a space where I can work many jobs, but most importantly, I could take off time, which was amazing because who wants 2 weeks of vacation time? Some people do, but for me, that was a priority for me, was the discomfort of like, you know, having many jobs that I can actually take off more time because I was part-time in most of them. So it's really encouraging yourself to have that accountability and knowing that discomfort's everywhere and we can't run away from it. And that's what I see a lot of people repeating cycles because they are running away from a pattern, you know, running away, it just catches up to us eventually. And we're wondering why we're in the same place we were in December last year, or why we were in the same place we were in August. It's because there is some cycle here in medicine that is here to deepen and to help you so much. So let's change the word discomfort to expansion. The third part of how to let go, and let me know, guys, what's resonating with you. I'm hitting medicine. I'm like in this portal channel. Let's tap into what the third part is for letting go of the cycles. So, what cycles came up in my life in this current moment? So, as you are in this present moment, because we're obviously understanding that for us to expand and to expand our consciousness, we have to be in this now and understanding from the meditation we had till now and what is working through you, what medicine is working through you, what cycles came up for you. So if you can share that, that would be amazing. Hey, King Prez, love to you as well. Hello, Miss Queens. So let me know what is coming through. Changing my patterns to expansion. Yes. What cycles are coming up with you? So what are some things that you are pushing aside and avoiding to change? Is it the discomfort of the unknown? Is it discomfort of fear? Is it the discomfort of stability? Is it the discomfort of being judged for your decision? There's so many things that are coming into right now in this world. And again, I think if there's one thing we've learned through the rebirthing of this whole time is that discomfort is inevitable. And in doing that, our current situation is a reflection of what we want to allow in. What are you allowing in? And the cycle that is currently in this moment is something behind that that you're not allowing in. Fear of the unknown. Yes, even if it happens for years. Yeah, 100%. If it happens for years, that's years of disconnection and disassociation, period. If you're getting a cycle years and years and years, that's years of disassociation. And this is when I go into deeper things, whether that's ancestral or patterns, just things that we just think are just accepted. We've been never told that it's just not anything else. So fear, stability, and being judged, 100%. Fear, stability. Yeah, so a lot of stability, which is big. And it's funny because I will share this really deeply here. So cycles are an attachment, like back to what we talked about stickers in the first few days of 12 Days of Consciousness, is an attachment of something that we think is giving us something in return. And I want you to ask yourself right now, your cycle that you are currently trying to release or that has come up, what is it providing you besides the heaviness and the dauntingness of something that is wanting to break off of you? Why do you continue to allow yourself to hold that? It's like almost like when we have a blankie as a kid and we keep our blankie, we hold it. There's that attachment to materialization of comfort. And we blame the fact that if blankie's not there, then we can't sleep. But realistically, we're just scared of the dark. We're scared of the uncomfortability of not having something in the bed with us. So I really think that's a huge one. Being able to accept the things that are possible to happen. Yes, fear of not being enough, plus the uncertainty of always being present. It's just easier to ignore it. 100%. There's a lot of people in this world that are not doing this work like you guys and just want to disconnect. It is easier. I've been there. Before I was a healer, a lot of people ask me questions how I got here. I used to work in the fashion industry. I was a director in the fashion industry. Fashion shows, a job that a lot of people would want. That's very competitive. But let me tell you, it is exhausting. It is a space where there's so much soulless souls that are there sometimes. And you question it, you know? And it's hard for you to be present because you just don't want to feel it. So it just numbs you. You just keep numbing yourself, numbing into cycles, whether that's just being distracted in work, being distracted of your commitment to self, committing your energy on other people and giving that to others, and then blaming that these people are always asking for your support. And it's so funny because I see the number 777 here, my notes. So I think this is so crucial to consider. What cycles came up for you in this life in this current moment is such medicine that is for the now, but is so much for the later as well. But we have to detach to the later too. So that's really deep. Whew, medicine. Also, let me know, guys, if you have any questions. Let me know in the comments. I'm more than happy to share. I feel like Spirit is channeling really direct with me. So I was like, oh, this will be like an hour. And then now I'm like looking at like the notes and looking at the ethers, and I'm like, whoa, okay, it'll be really quick today. So lots of messages. So let me know if you have any questions. Just do hashtag and then the question, and then I will respond to it here live with you guys. Sometimes I really have a hard time pinpointing why I still have in this why I'm still in the cycle, but I'm committed to keep trying. So usually when you try to focus on the why, it's always great to listen to your body. Like I said, our body whispers before it screams, and there's a lot that we can tune in. I really do enjoy and guide people through silent meditation. I don't only do music and that type of meditation. And I see sometimes it's even more powerful for a lot of people because when they can tune into that, there's no avoidance, there's no distraction. It's like the silence. There's so much power in silence, right? You walk into a room and everyone's quiet, you can feel the tension, you can feel the energy of the space. So can you imagine how much you can feel in your body after spending a whole day working, running around, doing errands, avoiding your cycles, and then all of a sudden you get to your bed and you wonder why you can't sleep? It's because your body's been whispering to you all day and you've decided to ignore it because you thought it was much easier to do that. So, this is a ripple effect. Our cycles don't only affect us on our ability to take a leap, but it affects our habits and our commitment and what to focus on. So, you know, the thing that's coming up a lot for me is workaholicism is coming up a lot. And I find a lot of people who tend to have a lot of cycles avoid through workaholicism, which is all connected to the throat chakra, speaking into our commitments, speaking into creating these boundaries, even when it feels like we can't, speaking into our truth. Like the mantra I speak comes with that throat chakra. So what are you feeling, that little ball in your throat that you can't feel comfortable to speak in regards to this cycle coming up? So huge. First time on here and love it so far. Oh, welcome. Yeah, so this is really big. So number four, on how to let go of your cycles. And this one is, what are the excuses that your ego provides to keep me in comfort and pain? So when we look into this, our ego is an interesting part. For anyone who tells you they go through ego death, it is not forever. It just means your ego has shortened and shrank substantially. It's still there. Still like, it's still there. Still there. So the reason why I'm saying that is because our ego has a way of feeding off of cycles. It loves cycles. It's like its favorite thing. It's like pizza for it. And what it does is once it gets hooked on this pizza, it doesn't want to go back. It doesn't want to start eating salads. It's been eating pizza every day for lunch. Why would it want to go back to salads? So your ego likes the cycle because it allows us to bow to fear. So everything you're sharing, whether it's discomfort of vulnerability, is telling me I am scared of discomfort of vulnerability. I am scared of not having stability, or I am scared of stability. I am scared of, what else did we share? Changing my patterns to expansion. I am scared of mixture of sadness and calmness. I am scared of feeling worthy and loving myself. I am scared of being abandoned. I am scared of crying of sadness. So everything that you shared here is the fear in that space. Okay. So I really want to share that with you guys. I hope that really aligns, because it's just like the fear of that comes up so drastically. And we're going to go even deeper. I am comfortable in my pain. It is too hard. I don't know how. These are all excuses that our ego says to stick us there. And when I share those excuses, what else is coming up for you? What other excuses are coming up? Because again, it's so deeply engraved for a lot of people, is understanding that ego provides a lot it teaches us so much. It teaches us how we leave our body to avoid something. That's the nature of the ego. That is the role of the ego. It teaches us what are we currently avoiding that we don't want to look at, that we don't even want to consider, and how are we coping with this? Because in order for you to take the leap, you need to swallow your excuses and take authority through that. Step into humility and say, yes, my excuse is that I don't want to be uncomfortable. My excuse is that I am feeling, vulnerable and I don't want to be more open. And that's okay. Again, remember, it's okay to feel this. I'm sharing this to open up this fear for you, to see what's living inside of you. Let that sit in. What's coming up for you right now? Take it in. Fear is definitely egoistical tendency to depend on the old beliefs and hang into old patterns 100%. Ego is also the way that we allow ourselves to self-sabotage. Ego is also the way that we feed our trauma, our wounds. Ego is also how we feed our pain. Ego is also the way that we feel that it tells us we're going to be abandoned, right? There's a show called Big Mouth, I think. I watched a few episodes of it. It's a cartoon. It's kind of like a Simpsons kind of thing on Netflix. And there's this character called the shame monster. And when I saw it, it was that metaphor of the shame monster made me represent the same as our ego. It's that like, let me tap into shaming myself to shame myself for the cycle that I decide to hold. That is a decision that I've consciously decided, right? So the power of imagine we can tap into that and tell our ego, hey, no, I'm not going to allow that shame to come in. Or, hey, I'm going to actually know that I'm going to be stable. And I know that if I leave, I'm going to be even more stable because it's not affecting my mental health. It's not affecting my, feeling that what could happen or feeling of my worth. So I want to say this, and I'm going to say this once because it's coming through. There is more stability than in the unknown, because within the unknown, there is more space to create. There is no attachment to anything. There's no attachment to ego. There's no attachment to old stories. It is fully a new slate. And I'm not saying that every cycle that is going to come up in your life is going to require full new beginnings. It might just be an add-on to something deeper for you. But again, I feel like this is so important for us to encourage. And when these cycles come up, even if you take in everything that I shared, just know that just doing it once doesn't mean that the cycle won't come up. Again, the universe has a great way of bringing us more tests to make sure we solidify our soul's longing, our soul's purpose. And it's really powerful, actually. So tune into that. Yeah, I self-sabotage a lot because I'm scared of certain situations at the moment. Yeah. And our fear is the scissors to cut out that cycle. Look at fear in the eyes. Look at the way you looked at yourself in the mirror. Did you allow fear to consume you, or did you allow it to come back and say, hey, I'm ready? You want to take this space and you want me to keep on going through the same cycle again? I'm going to say no. Sorry. Closed, we're closed. There is a new order now. There is a new thing coming in. Breaking a cycle means being in constant uncertainty for the future rather than only certain for now. So I had this conversation with a client, and I'm actually going to share it with you guys because I think it will really bring some very deep depth with you, and there's a lot of lesson in there. I had a client that's facing this space where they are focusing so much on what happens if I leave my job. And they know that they were going to leave the job anyways, but they're allowing themselves to consume the fear of stability, the fear of changing the direction of the field of where they're focusing on in their career. And they have opportunity there. It's just there. It's like literally there. But yet They allowed fear to literally make them feel unsafe in their own body. And the reason why I'm saying that is because even if that person ended up having a job that paid them $70,000 a year, all benefits, there's still uncertainty there every day. Nothing is certain. And that's why a lot of people who go through life death experiences, which I've had, you get to a point where it's just like nothingness before you come back. And in that point of nothingness, you really understand the purpose of life. Because everything that you complained for, everything that was fearful, everything that was like sad or whatever, and you don't even need to have that experience. I can just share it here with you. You get to a moment of nothing, just being of not being. And at that point, you just want so bad for that fear, that vulnerability, that unsustainability to come back into your life because you didn't notice how alive it kept you going, how alive it kept your purpose coming from. Without everything that you guys shared here, would you really be able to embrace the uncertainty? Would you really be able to have the motivation? You are so powerful, period. And this cycle is nothing. Remember, we took some steps back in our day 3 when we talked about thinking about all those things and self-confidence. We take a step back all the way to the universe, and it makes this cycle so small, literally a pinprick. So rather than focusing on the future, because let me tell you, the future is uncertain. It always is. Even if you have the best situation, anyone will tell you that. But the now is. And right now is what you can control. And right now is what you can take steps to. And before you know it, it'll be 6, 7 years, and you'll be focusing and committing on the now so much that things are going to happen so much quicker. You do major quantum leaps, you do major shifts that don't even make sense, a human sense, because everything's energetic. So I'm calling you to break this cycle by embracing the uncertainty of the future, to take that pressure off and to embrace everything, put all of your energy in the now. And if you come into that now, in that alignment, I promise you that cycle will break off so much quicker. So as I'm speaking to you now, what's coming up? Now you're like, oh, okay, Shika's saying this. I think I can do this. I think I got this. It's shifted. The rhetoric has shifted. Your fear has become your power. Wow. I had a conversation with a sister the other day, and this is a great lesson for you. She was sharing about something specific, and I was like, I used to be scared of that, like dead scared. And now I'm embracing it and I want to do this specific thing, right? It's like moving to a new city, moving to somewhere, doing a big life major change. What is the biggest life major change you've done? And the feeling that you had, it was excitement, it was everything, but it was aligned. Butterfly, I love that. I can't stress. I just want you to feel everything, but I can only let you feel so much. I'm giving you this medicine right here, but you need to take yourself there too. I know so many people need this these days, and that's why I'm opening this space for it. There's more surprises to come the next few days. I'm coming to a place where I know that so many people are trying to make sense of their cycles. Why is this? Why is that? It's all within. It doesn't have to go outside of yourself. When I work with people, the first thing I said, and I saw 444 right there. The first thing I say with people is that I'm only here to show you what is already here in you. That is the purpose of a mentor and a healer. I'm here to change you in your own magic. That's simple. For me, it is simple for me because it's a gift. I'm providing it here, and your gift is even more powerful. Take it in. So, I'm going to repeat this again. Breaking a cycle means being in the consistent uncertainty of the future rather than only certain of the now. So ask yourself, what do I have to let go of? What fear do I have to let go of that will require me and allow me to be certain of the now? And that's really how it works. And at this point of the steps, you're feeling good. I can feel it just through my vibration and like me coming in this feeling. Woo, I'm excited for you. So you're feeling good. You're like, okay, there's some hope. Maybe we're getting somewhere. This is great. Yes, yes, and yes, and yes. I'm feeling it. The last part is the hardest part. And this is when I say, this is what we show up in day 300. When we can be in the now, if we can be in the now and we stick to that promise, the next step is, what is the commitment to yourself to take this leap? So what changes are you currently going to make? Little changes. I'm not asking like a big change. Little changes are you going to make to allow yourself to break that cycle, to allow yourself to not feel abandoned, to allow yourself to let go of the fear of stability, to feel stable in yourself, and in doing that, to reflect it outside of you. It's magic. It truly is. This is all magic, and it works so deeply. Seen so many people change their life just through this. Your mirror is your medicine. Your habits are your medicine. Your fear is your medicine. Your ego is your medicine. Everything is your medicine. How is everyone feeling? Do we have any questions? What's moving through the space? Let me know. I want to know. How's people feeling? Checking your to admit when I self-sabotage and say why and understand. Yeah, admit it. Why would you lie to yourself? Do you use lying to yourself a way to embrace discomfort, to suppress discomfort, essentially? That's huge. So I'm going to bring you to close down your eyes, and we're going to see the shift that has happened. Okay, so closing down your eyes, taking a deep breath in through the nose, sounding and exhaling out. And just taking in all that was shared here. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Deep breath in. Exhale out. I just want you to continue to breathe in through your nose, sounding in a slow exhale. And as you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, I want you to bring yourself back into that room and that space where the mirror is a distance away, beautiful golden mirror around. You can see it. And I want you to take this energy that you are now embracing the unknown. You're taking this leap, you're taking it all in, and you're ready to let go of the cycle. And I want you to feel this energy, feel this power coming up from the bottoms of your feet, bringing it all the way up to your crown. And seeing this activation energy just moving through the body. Feeling the medicine that is here to help you move through this, to help you break this cycle. to learn about this cycle and what it is here to teach you again in this deepened consciousness. And as you take slow steps towards the mirror, every step you're just feeling your vibration heighten, bringing those deep breaths deeper into your energetic body, sounding and exhaling out. And when you get to the mirror, slowly raising up your head, and I want you to look at what is in the other side of all this, what is on the other side of letting go of the cycle. And when you can embrace your allowance to go there, your allowance to embrace abandonment, embrace fear of stability, embrace fear of the unknown, embrace fear of all of this that's coming up, and witness this new canvas that you've created for yourself. What do you see? What is the new energy, the new cycle that you have attracted in your life? As you take a deep breath in, feeling this golden light of energy moving through the sacral and in the solar plexus. And with every inhale, seeing the light expand, and with every exhale, it widening more into the body until it eventually surrounds your body with this energy and frequency. And I just want you to take a deep breath in, smiling at yourself, holding, honoring this energy, sounding and exhaling out. Taking another deep breath into the body, sounding and exhaling out. Taking a deep breath of gratitude, sounding and letting it go. I want you to continue to breathe, feeling this vibration just settling into your body, settling into the cells. Witnessing the commitment that you have honored to yourself. As you feel your vibration just smiling, feeling this sense of stillness and how supported you are every step of the way, regardless of what is to come. And as you breathe deeply, bringing in that joy, stillness, and being, embracing what is uncertain and what is here. Counting down from 10 all the way down to 1. And when I get to 1, opening your eyes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly opening your eyes back into the space. How are you feeling now? I'm so excited for you. I am so excited, so grateful, and so looking forward to hearing what you are feeling here. The mirror can change, its story can change if we change our perspective. The medicine is an infinite. Give gratitude for the cycle being here, even if it doesn't make sense and it's exhausting and it's stressful and all of that. But if we can just allow ourselves to be in this space, it just really helps. love you all so much. And I'm so proud to see how much you have all shifted. I can even feel it when I'm doing this live. I feel like there's so many shifts going on. It's beautiful. Thank you for being here. If you are live, I'd love to see you do an Instagram story and tag me for you to be entered in the giveaway. Everyone that is here in the chat, you'll be added into the giveaway. And if you feel called to go deeper, definitely apply to the conscious mentoring down below. There's a few spots available for 2022. I also have my retreats next year. There's 3. So maybe find the one that's aligned with you if you want to get to heal with me in person for 8 days. It's very powerful. So I love you all so much. Don't forget to like the video and just be in the space. Maybe take a few minutes to take in all this medicine, let the vibrations sit. The only homework I'm giving you is just really focusing on what is the commitment, your commitment to self, and to take that leap. Okay? So I love you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be live in the morning. And I appreciate you all so, so much. Bisous. Ciao.